through, internet. Come through.
It's live.
Yes, okay. And we are live. Hey, everybody, it's your girl, Shadonna Mo McFall, and I am here with my best friend, my first Air Force friend, Ramona Hunter. Ramona Hunter is the owner of VNT Events. Oh my God, Ramona, you don't even know how excited I am to have you on as my guest tonight. So welcome to the Mo You Know Live with
Thank
all our
you.
technical difficulties and everything. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. This is very exciting for me, for both of us.
Yes. And you know what's so funny? You know how Facebook shows your memories. And last night, your memory, you had did something this time last year. And I'm like, oh, look at my girl. And I'm like, oh, look at my girl here tonight. So let me get this camera situation because I know I'm off centered, but yeah, maybe if I just move over this way, it'll be okay. I think I'm a little bit better now. So, Ramona, I know I have raved and raved to everybody who knows me about you. Like you said, we you went to college. I didn't go to college, so you was my Air Force tech school roommate. So that's the equivalent to a college roommate, right?
Yes.
So our friendship has ended for over 20. I've been out of the military, 20 plus years, all the way back from Keesler till we went to our first duty station, which was Eglin Air Force Base, which was about 45 minutes from Pensacola. And Ramona is from Pensacola. She lived in Pensacola. She's playing wedding and events in
Yay.
Pensacola. Girl, yes. So I know 30 minutes goes by really fast. So I can tell everybody, like I said, just know that's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl. So Ramona, I really want to get into it because I know your people are watching, my people are watching. How
Yeah.
did you know that you could plan and design events? I'm like, one day I'll wake up and you sending me pictures of you and David Tatura. So take me back there.
Well,
Take me back. How did you could do this?
as you know, like you say, we've been friends forever. So entertaining was always something that I love doing. It spurred from childhood. That's just where it came from. It was instilled in me. My mother was an entertainer. She showed love by entertaining and feeding people. So it just went from there. And then at Eglin Air Force Base, my first duty station, two troops was getting married, and they were like, "We're getting married," and I think I was more excited. I was so excited, but they didn't have a wedding or a reception. So, I asked my chief, "Hey, can I have a couple of hours off?" He was like, "Yes." They went to the courthouse. They got married. When they came back, I had decorated the entire little squadron area. I had a cake and I had everything. And it kind of just started from there. And that I knew then that, this passion was in me and I love doing it. So it went from there to me doing some commanders balls. And I'm like, I can get paid to throw parties. This is awesome. Like, and so that's where
Girl,
it kind of
yes.
so that's where it kind of went to. So when I just actually came up with it, a family member, because it always starts with family, asked me to do her wedding. And I was like, "Your wedding? You want me to do the whole wedding?" And she was like, "Yeah, you and your mother, which is my mom." And so my mom sat me down and she's like, "Look, we're gonna go in business." And that's how we came up with Weddings by VNT. My mom named it, and it's just been a blessing since that day.
Absolutely. And shout out to Miss Vicky. Hey, Miss Vicky. Ramona has the sweetest mom ever. Like I said, with being stationed together at Fort Walton Beach, Ramona would take me home with her sometimes because she's homesick. So her family just really adopted me as their
Yes.
family. So much love to Miss Vicky, Mr. Raymond, Reggie, everybody. Miss
The
Casey, baby girl. I
entire
remember when Casey was a baby. That's how long, oh my God, Casey, I'm not going to embarrass you, but girl, I remember you was a baby in Pampers.
Yes.
Mhm.
So,
So, girls,
yeah.
so okay, the David Tutor, like, get me there. Like, that's what the people want to hear. That's the
So
odd.
I
This that here. So, how did you sign up to go train?
so after I went into the passion, I really realized this is what I wanted to do. I needed to get some training and I needed to further myself. So I just started researching. I had nowhere to go to as far as formal training. And David Tatera was in Atlanta and he was doing a quick workshop, and it was, you can go in and listen to him. And so I signed up for it. I got selected, and I went, and
Mhm.
amazing. It was amazing. That just was like fire. The fire was already inside of me. Like I said, it was instilled as a child, but that just set it all off. And so from there, I just started working on my craft. Any training that I can go to or anything that I can see, I was a sponge. I wanted to learn more about the
Mhm.
industry and my clients and what the clients need and what I had to give them. Like, they had a problem and I wanted to solve it. So it just started going from there.
Absolutely. And that's really what business is, solving problems for your clients. So I am so glad you got to do that. So glad you got to train with Mr. Tutor, because I watched the show and I'm like, I remember when a couple of years ago when we first both kind of got started, you had me watching Yes to the Dress and the Four Brides. I'm like, Ramona, I'm gonna get, and I still want to keep that prompt. I don't know if those shows still come on anymore, but I'm like, I'm gonna show. You gonna get on those shows. And I know Bridezilla. Do you watch Bridezilla at all?
I do not. I've watched one episode of it, and I think I just watched one episode, but I hear a lot of my brides or clients talk about it, and it's like,
Mhm.
so I kind of hear bits and pieces, but I never really watched the show but once. So
Okay. Have you had any Bridezillas, or are most of your clients really laid back? They trust you and let you do your thing, or you have people that's
well, no, I'm gonna knock on wood because I've been very fortunately all the time doing this. I only really had one not so pleasant experience, but all the rest of the clients I've had has been adorable. I mean, I really mean that, and I think it's because I listen to them and I communicate well, and that kind of alleviates the mistrust or the misconception of a Brazilla. So I really never had a Brazilla. Some people naturally stress more than others. And so, but I work with those people, and I know how to talk to them, and I communicate to them in their language to where they're not as stressed. So knock on wood again, only one bad experience, and it was a teaching moment, and I've moved forward.
absolutely. And I know, you hit a little bit on, it started out as weddings by V&T, but you recently did some rebranding. So it's V&T events, because I know that you're expanding from just weddings. You do big milestone events, retirements, 50th birthday, 25 birthday, because some people even do their 16-year birthday. I know when we talked, and I'm going to let you talk, but I know you say you don't want to do the kid stuff, and I get that, because I got a 7-year-old. I don't even want to do the kid stuff. So what all do you offer? Because I know what I know, but I want the viewers to know what all you offer.
So to start off, yes, we did rebrand because of that. I for the last
Mhm.
past 3 years have had the pleasure and the honor of serving the elite Blue Angels, and so for their Christmas
Mhm.
party. So we just figured, let's take off the weddings and just do V&T. So that's where we're at now, V&T events, and we offer floor decor, specialized design, and full and partial planning. So those are our services. And I mean, I love what we're doing. I love the team that I have. I love where the business is going in the future. And that's it.
Girl, I know I be joking and always every time I share something about a wedding or see a bride, I be telling people, look, I'm out here hustling so I can hire Ramona to do my wedding when that day comes because I know it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. And I
Yeah.
know I just get like so excited. Not only, like I said, you're my friend, my client, but every time I see one of your weddings, when you post the pictures, I'm just like, oh my God, this is my friend. She did that. And I know the picture you posted yesterday with the cake and the drapes and all of the things. I'm like, okay, Ramona, not only, okay, forget the wedding. I mean, I have no wedding, but I need you to design my set. I need you to design this and that. So do you do other, let's say someone came to you and said, hey, Ramona, can you redecorate my house or can you do some nice things for my living room, or I'm having a dinner party. I know a dinner party falls under events, but can they
Yeah.
hire you for those smaller events? I know you specialize in big events, but if somebody wanted to say, hey, Ramona, Thanksgiving is coming, the holiday is coming, my mother-in-law's coming, can you come help me with this event? Could you help them?
Absolutely. Yes. It's all about, it doesn't matter the size of event, it's the value of the event. It's what that person or client values for that event. So yeah, we do all types of events or celebrations. So to answer the question, yes, absolutely.
Okay. I know that. I just like I said, I've had a feeling you would say yes. Like I said, I didn't want to put you on the spot, but like I said, because I know, like I said, with the holidays coming up, people want that because people like to show out nowadays with social media. They just be doing the most. You know how they be like, man, they don't take no pictures of your plate. We all eating the same stuff, but what I see on my timeline, they ain't showing the food. They showing their tables. They showing all of the other things. They ain't thinking about no food. They showing everything else.
Yes. Yeah. Like I say, value is what's important to them. So what's important to them, I try to make it important to me. And then we try, we that's what we come together and start communicating and building a relationship. I can actually say I have a bond and a relationship with all my past clients. Like I keep up with them and we talk. It's not a one time and then move forward. So I love that part of the business as well. I really do.
Absolutely. And I know we're talking about events, events, it kind of slowed down with COVID. We're not doing that much face to face events, but I know we're going back to it. So, what could you tell a person that's looking to throw their perfect event? What advice would you give them to plan that perfect event, rather, whatever that event is?
Let's see. For me, planning a perfect event has a couple of things that you must consider. I think one is
Absolutely.
you have to listen, and that is such a cliche sometimes, but I mean actually listen to yourself, because first of all, yourself is going to tell you what type of event that you want. Yeah, we do get inspired about Pinterest and other people things, but listen to your own heart. Listen to what it is that you want. Then after you listen to yourself, find someone who would listen to you, because that is a big deal. When I first got started, I was so excited about doing events. I just used to do events. And yeah, the client was happy, but did I listen to them? Did I listen to them? And once I start truly listening to my clients and my teammates, then I realized that I can give more and bring more to listen to yourself. You want to find a designer or planner who listens to your vision and bring it to life. And then you want to set a budget. I know people kind of shy away. I've heard this over and over again. Well, I don't have a budget. Or I don't have a budget. But you do. Clearly, everyone has a budget. And to break it kind of down a little bit, I think I would say everyone values certain things differently. So, for an example, let's say you found the perfect gown. The perfect gown. Let's see. Oscar De La Renta gown. Let's say you found one of his
Mm-hmm.
gowns. all know those gowns can go up to $200,000 because they're nice
Mhm.
gowns. But you're only willing, you have $50,000 and you're willing to pay $50,000 or $25,000. You're not willing to pay $200,000 because your value is not there. So I would say set a budget and put a value
Mhm.
to every part of your budget because that will help you, move forward in planning this perfect event. Also, include your guests. I mean, whether it's a wedding, a shower, graduation, birthday celebration, you're having this celebration because you want to be with your family and friends. You don't want to do it alone. So include your guests. Think about them. If you're having a celebration and the parking is maybe, let's say, 100 feet away, a few miles away, or half a mile away, offer valet parking. So your guests can come up, have their cars parked, they can get out and have their cars parked. That would go a long way with a guest, and have fun. I
Mhm.
mean, I can spend hours, and this interview will not allow us on actually creating a perfect event and budgeting. But those are just some really quick things that I think, if you put those in, prioritize those things, I think you can create a really great event. Yeah, those are my tips. That's it.
And I know, like I said, we're only going to be here for about 30 minutes because, we got kids and all the other things. But I know you do something on your own social media platform but the first Tuesday, and you expand on different aspects of the event. So we invite everybody, and if you want to give everybody social media where they can find you, the website, all of the ways that people can connect with you, so they can continue the conversation with you and get this great advice.
Yeah, so Instagram, IG is VNT Events, Facebook the same, VNT Events. Our website is weddingsbyvnt.com, and we just launched a new YouTube channel which will be VNT Events, where I will be going on giving tips on wedding planning and celebration planning. So yeah, that's where you can find me. I'm excited. Check out our page, check out our work. We have a wonderful team. We are excited what 2021 is bringing after COVID. I think everyone is excited what 2021 is bringing.
Absolutely. And like I said earlier, this is down as it may seem, we haven't been able to do all of the things 2021, 2020 kind of, it got canceled for some people, but for some people, we thriving and surviving. Like I said, we doing lives and we still going there and doing the things that we need to do for our business. So 2020 wasn't a total wash for people. And I think it's all in how you look at things. If you,
Yeah.
and you know me, I'm a person that tries to see the positivity in everything. Like, okay, well, I got time today. Ain't got nothing else to do. So let me get it, even though, things will quote unquote never be perfect, but this pandemic has given so many people the time to execute
Yes.
on some dream, some plan that they wanted to do. Like they started. And that's the thing. They tell, if you get started, it only can go, if you start from the bottom, you only can go up from there,
You
right?
go up.
You only can go up. So I tell people, use this time, pick one thing, pick two things, pick however many things you want to pick and get started. Use this time to start that podcast, start that YouTube channel, do more on social media, whatever it is that, like you said, listen to your heart. Whatever your heart is telling
Mhm.
you that you should be doing, now is the time to do it.
Yes, absolutely. 100% agree with you. And again,
And
I'm super excited. I mean, I'm super excited about what you're doing. The feeling is so mutual. Like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the show that you're having. And that is what I love about our genuine friendship, that we support one another no matter what. We push each other and we support one another. And I cherish that so much. So yeah, I'm proud of you too. And I know that it's gonna be bigger things in store for both of us. I'm excited. Excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's just like, okay, people, we talk, we don't talk all the time because we're so busy. But when we
Mm-hmm.
do talk, it's like, okay, we don't skip a beat. Like last night, even I ain't gonna go into all that we talked about last night, but we was practicing, making sure y'all know how this whole technology thing is freaking me out. Y'all don't know my anxiety is through the roof because this internet situation is a whole hot mess. But we laughed and laughed and laughed. We was 7 years at Eglin that we had just so much fun. We was in 19 to 23, however, whatever
Yes.
age we was. But girl, those were some of
Yes.
the best times of my life. I remember getting 98, and I was talking to my boy Steve, shout out to DJ Styles, he's still down there, and we was talking about 98 and how, we used to just rip and run. But Eglin, woo, and shout out to Shonda, our hairdresser. I don't know if she's watching. I can't even see who's watching. I know we got some people watching though. And shout, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God, I just got right into it. I can't see who's watching, but when I get through, I'll be able to see it. Thank you. Please share. If y'all know someone who is having an event in the Emerald Coast area, because you do service outside of Pensacola,
Yes.
please tell them about Ramona. Please, like I said, go to VNT events. Like I said, just look at the pictures. All I'm gonna just say, look at the pictures, look at the designs, the what is it called, the drapery. I've been like, oh now, because I know even with I don't know if we're still going to be able to do it because of COVID or whatever. Because I'm like, my mom is turning 60 in January. So I'm like, okay, Ramona's coming. She's gonna turn this. She's gonna
Yes.
turn something out. But like I said, it's still up.
It's
It's not looking good for the home
hopeful.
team right now.
Yeah, it's hopeful. It's hopeful though. It's hopeful.
It's hopeful, but the thing is that what I know about life is we really got to manage our expectations.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we
Yes.
do. Even with the stuff that we're doing with the internet and the this, the that, it's like, okay, Mo, just bring it down. Because even tonight when we was trying to get on, my computer acting crazy. I'm like, okay, Mo, if it doesn't start exactly at 7 o'clock, it will be okay. And I think I really had to do a lot of decompressing, a lot of mindset work. Because you remember that military was boom, 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 boom. If it don't
All
start,
the
it was
time.
going crazy. I think, okay, well, you're not in the military anymore. Chill
No, all
out.
the time.
And I think so. Let me ask you this: with I know events and everything being on such a timeline, how do you personally keep the bride, the groom, the crowd control calm when things aren't going as planned, when that bride is taking too long, when that groom, I hope you've never had this, and knock on wood, I hope you never have it. But when things aren't going by your timeline, how do you keep everybody just, it's okay?
That communicate that it's okay. I try to
Okay.
let them see the bigger picture. But absolutely down hands down is my team, because I can't be at every place at one time. So I may have a planner over there talking to the bride, and I may have a planner doing crowd control. So communication, I keep going back to it, because although we do it every day, we feel it every day also. So
Mm-hmm.
communicating with the crowd, communicating with, because things happen, whether it may rain, you may have to move the crowd from one place to another location. So I just think communicating well with everyone, letting everyone know what's going on, having your team on the same page, and so far so good. We've been able to rock it, and I love it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And like you said, we do good, but we can do better with the communication. And that's with every part of our life, every part of
Mhm.
our business. Like even when I'm like, okay, Ramona, it's coming, this is this, and and that's the one thing I like to do with all of my clients. Even, hey, this is what's going on, this is what's taking so long, this is where we got going. Just communicating with folks to let them know that something is happening. And I know when people just get that reassurance, like, okay, Okay, because there's nothing worse than somebody feeling like you ignoring them and just
Yeah.
going radio silent on people. Whatever you do, and no matter what you do in your business, in your professional life, don't be out here going radio silent. And that's note to self: don't be out here ghosting people, because I know I will ghost some, not on purpose. I don't ghost people on purpose, but no, it's so much stuff going on. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't return that email. Or you have all the best intentions in the world, but when
Yeah.
it's like so many things competing for your time and your attention, like,
Well,
okay.
I
And I
had
always tell
to
people we have the same 24 hours. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying I totally had to learn that. The communication and listening was a skill I had to learn, and most recently, as well, because I had to hear it from people who was close to me. Look, I need you to communicate better, or we need to communicate better. And once I had to take a couple of months break, like you said, and reset my mind and say, hey, look, where do I want this to go? How do I serve my clients with the best part of me? And I had some people very close to me who I love dearly say, hey, look, let's work on the communication. And I took it with open arms. And I am, now that I
Mm-hmm.
know the areas, it's like fire. I'm like ready to rock and roll this thing. And I keep saying I love it and I'm excited because I am the passion I have is like, it's down in me, and I'm just ready to solve problems and make beautiful things. That's it.
Girl, and I can tell you, because if I would have told you, Ramona, let's do a live 2 years, and you were like, and you did, you ghosted me when it was time to do them. So I know the passion is real, because you are doing things that you would not have done 2 years ago. So I'm so proud of you, my sister, because you are doing it. It's like I'll give you something, you're like, boom, got it, got it, got it. I'm like, oh snap, my girl is gold. Girl,
Yeah,
yes. So
yeah,
is
that's
there
it.
anybody else that you want to shout out, that you want to thank? Anybody that you want to work
Oh,
with? I know, like I said, you work with, I think like David Couture is the high, not saying he's the highest person in the design world, but there any other designers, any other people in the industry that you want to work with? Because like I said, this thing is going viral, because you tell me, baby, we tweeting, we inbox, we doing all the things. So who do you want to work with?
well, but I'm gonna go with your first question first and do some shout outs
Okay.
because I think that is very important. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Team building is very important, and I'm in two groups, and these ladies are phenomenal. They have taught me so much. So I'm gonna do my first SO. Shout out to
Okay.
Creatives Corners with Akeshi Ankinse. I hope I don't mess her name up so much, but she is like marvelous. She's wonderful. She is such a great coaching, and she helps me out a lot every day, actually. And then I also am a part of Sarah Campbell with Intrigue Teach. And so I have invested my time into these people because they have what I'm looking for. So I would love to continue to work with them. If it's anybody, I would want to work with the people who so much into me. And that's, I start there. Of course, you know me for 20 some years, so I'm always going to start small and stay humble. But I think that's just where I want to be right now. And of course, my husband and my mother, and my team, without them and friends like you, this could not happen. So I'm just like, I'm so excited. The last thing I would say though, before we go, is that, I'm learning to keep my priorities straight. And so that is what's
Mm-hmm.
helping me a lot. I tell people all the time, my 4 F's is very important to me. My faith is what I don't do anything without praying and first seeking God for what I need to do. And then my family and my friends, my finances and my food. Now my finances and food kind of change interchangeably depending on what I'm doing, but I keep those things in order because I love to eat, and life has been pretty
Mm-hmm.
good since then. But yeah, those are who I'm gonna SO to in the industry, because those ladies are awesome. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I know we talked about this a little bit last night. How, it's some people out here that are wanting to build a 6, 7, 8 figure businesses. And but with that comes teams and this. I'm like, I really don't want to have all that. I want everything, like I said, I want to keep everything close knit. I want to work, like I said, the more you know, I want to work with the people that I know. Yes, I would love to work with some of the celebrities, but I really want to work with the people that I know. Hence, the more you know. So
Absolutely.
Ramona, it is good. We're on our 30 minutes. We could go longer, but like I said, out of respect for your time, respect for the viewers' time. I thank you, honey. I just love you from the
Love you
bottom of
too.
my heart.
Love
So
you too.
thank you again. So guys, thank you everybody for tuning in to the Mo You Know Live. Like I said, we are getting ready to
Woo-hoo.
produce a whole show. Veterans
Yeah.
Day is going to kick off. Girl, whew,
Excited.
I'm like I
Excited.
said, I'm be praying with God first, whatever. And then if we have to pivot, and that's the one thing I know too. I have my goals, and we all have our goals and dreams. But if there's times when you're okay, well, this is what we wanted to do, but this is God's plan, so we got to be okay with whatever
Mhm.
direction He takes us in. So I'm like, okay, God, you got the wheel, Jesus got the
Got the
wheel. Let's
will.
go. I'm really.
Absolutely. Always have been, always will be. So, but yeah, we could go on and on, like talk for hours because we have so many stories. And I'm so glad that we,
Mhm.
we decided not to share those tonight. But yeah.
Appreciate it. But when the Mo You Know show comes, man, we going all the way back. We telling you remember, how on VH1 before they were stars, when everybody knew they uncensored, when they have those candid, you be like, oh my God, I didn't know that. Yeah, we getting
Yeah.
into it. Yeah, we doing this. Like I said, this is for BNT events, but I'm gonna be talking to Ramona Hunter, the person, and like, girl, remember that time?
Yeah, you
Remember
know
that
a lot.
time? And we
You know way too
people.
much.
Good, but you know what? And I'm going to get off of here, but people love authentic people.
Hmm.
And tell everybody, I want to keep being Fayetteville Mo. Like I said, I'm gonna keep listening to my gangster music, my R&B music, whatever it is that I really like. I'm not gonna strip that from my brand. That is my brand. And if people
It's
don't like it, if
yours.
they don't want to work with me because I'm too wild or I cuss or whatever the case is, that's okay. Because at the end of the day, I still gotta like me. I still gotta be okay with me. So yes, Charles, get off here because I already told my son that he couldn't play his little game. He got 30 minutes before it's his bedtime. So let me keep my promise to my baby too.
Okay.
Let him play his game. We're going to bed tonight
Good
on
night.
time.
Good
Yes,
night. I love you.
okay. Love you too. Good night, everybody. Thank you for
Good night.
watching. Bye bye.